You might be focusing in the wrong place. Let's get wiser together. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Your time is better spent focusing on the latter. Let's look at an illustration that unpacks this further. And it's all about how life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond. Life doesn't always go according to plan. People let you down, an illness throws you off course, you experience grief. You just simply can't choose every situation that comes your way. But you can choose your next step. While you may not be able to control every chapter of your story, you can still decide what kind of character you want to be in that story. Let's unpack this further with today's saying, and it's one courtesy of Viktor E. Frankl. He says, between stimulus and response, there is space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Again, that comes courtesy of Viktor E. Frankl, a phenomenal author who was a survivor of the Nazi concentration camps. And his words ring true here, right? Will you be a prisoner to your circumstances, or will your response lead you to that freedom? Let's unpack this further with today's explanation. I'm currently in a season of stress. I'm moving house, navigating career uncertainty, and parenthood is an endless roller coaster. One of the most freeing lessons that I've been learning is that peace doesn't come from trying to control everything around us. Instead, it comes from recognizing that, what is in my control and what is not. When something difficult happens, we often spend our energy wishing reality was different, but that actually changes nothing. Instead, we should look to focus what we can control. So today, I want to encourage you. These are 3 ways to respond wisely when life doesn't go to plan. The first is to stop trying to control what you can't. We often make our own problems by trying to control things that we can't. Recognizing that, take a moment to think about whether there's something that you ought to stop trying to control. Life becomes much lighter when you stop fighting the reality. The second thing is to pause before reacting. Your first response typically isn't your wisest one, and so giving yourself space often leads to better decisions rather than acting on emotions alone. And then lastly, I encourage you to look for your next faithful step. You don't need to solve the whole problem today. Often wisdom is simply taking the next right step with what you already know, what you already have. If you want to unpack today's principle of wisdom further, I encourage you to reflect on these 3 journal prompts. The first is, what situation am I currently trying to control that is actually outside of my control? The second is, how have I been reacting to a recent setback? And then the third is, what is one response I can choose today that my future self will thank me for? If you want to learn more about the life-changing habit of journaling, check out journalwiser.com. All the tips and tricks that you need to know to make it a long-lasting, healthy habit. And whilst you're down in the description checking that out, you might want to check out the link for today's resource, and it's the book that I mentioned earlier, Viktor E. Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. Frankl's experience surviving that concentration camp led him to be one of the most profound people, sharing his insights about how the human condition kind of helps in those circumstances. While we cannot always choose our circumstances, we can retain our freedom to choose our response. And so it's a deeply moving book, one about resilience, meaning, and the power of human choice. If it's something that is piquing your interest based off of what I've shared today, I encourage you to check out your friendly local bookstore. Alternatively, you can find a link where you can buy it online in the description. Thank you for checking out today's video version of Wiser. If it stirred something in you, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know with the comments down below. And if you want to receive these insights straight into your email inbox each and every week, check out wisernewsletter.com. And don't forget to check out this playlist right here for all of the videos just like this. I'll catch you in the next one.